taking a look at what you had to say on some of the biggest stories of the week. This is straight from you. Your questions, your comments from YouTube, fact-checked and answered. First up, one viewer wants to know why the suspect in Charlie Kirk's killing is not facing terrorism or hate crime charges. All right, so here's the deal. Under federal law, there's no specific domestic terrorism crime, even if officials call it that. Politico notes that to trigger federal charges, a case usually has to involve federal property, a federal official, or a hate crime based on race, religion, gender, not political beliefs. In this case, Utah prosecutors have charged Tyler Robinson in state court with aggravated murder, which makes him eligible for the death penalty. Plus, he's facing other felonies. A former DOJ official told Politico there's no clear federal crime yet, but if evidence of protective bias emerges, that could change. Hope that helps. A viewer wanted to know why Egypt does not just take in Gazans by just ceding land to the refugees. Egypt's answer is a firm no. President El-Sisi says forcing Gazans into Sinai, which is in northeast Egypt, would erase Palestinian claims to a future state. The Rafah crossing into Egypt remains aid only, not relocation. Egypt and Jordan have both rejected resettlement proposals, warning it would destabilize their countries and undermine a two-state solution. So while Egypt does have territory, the political red line remains clear. No permanent resettlement of throngs of people outside Gaza. And finally, we see your questions about that story we brought you yesterday on bringing back the dodo. This viewer asked, what's the benefit and could it be dangerous? Colossal Biosciences says it's one step closer, growing pigeon germ cells to eventually create a dodo-like bird. The plan involves using gene-edited chickens as surrogates and eventually reintroducing the offspring into protected reserves in Mauritius, the bird's native habitat in the Indian Ocean. But experts warn this won't be a true dodo, just a generic look-alike. And some scientists argue the buzz around de-extinction may divert money from protecting actual endangered species. The company says dodo chicks could hatch within 5 to 7 years.